In less than 2 months, the Vatican will host many of the world's bishops to focus on young people. The meeting, known as a synod, will take place in the Vatican in October. In preparation, young Italian Catholics are participating in a pilgrimage. They're walking to Rome from across the country to meet Pope Francis this weekend. Alan Holdren is the EWTN Rome Bureau Chief. Alan, some of these young people have walked for days. What is the schedule this weekend?
Well, Wyatt, these youth are coming from all over Italy for an event sponsored by the Italian bishops. The idea is to bring them together ahead of October's synod, which has the theme of young people and discerning their vocations. 40,000 people are walking to Rome for this weekend's events. Told that the pilgrims come from each of 195 different dioceses from all over this nation. They're going to be walking also through the night tonight in an event called the White Night. When they get here to Rome, churches will be open for prayer and confession. They expect 70,000 people to be here for the weekend's events, highlights of which include a prayer vigil with the Pope in Circus Maximus, an open field in the middle of Rome here, and then also Mass in St. Peter's Square with the Pope on Sunday.
Okay, and we understand some of the young people will get a chance to talk to the Holy Father this weekend.
That's right. There will be 3 young people who will pose questions to the Holy Father at that vigil at Circus Maximus. We expect them to speak about vocation, also young people in today's world, meaning of life today. Looking ahead to the Synod, much attention has been focused on some controversial topics like sexuality and gender that the bishops will discuss during those October meetings. In the document outlining the agenda for the Synod activities, the Vatican used the phrase LGBT for what's believed to be the first time officially in a document, and that caused a lot of controversy in Catholic circles. That document is now online in English on the Synod of Bishops website. Wyatt?
Okay, so remind us, for those of people who are not familiar with a synod, what exactly is a synod? What is the purpose of a synod?
Wyatt, it's a way for the Pope to examine a specific topic or also look at the Church's presence in a specific geographical area. Normally it takes place every 3 years. The Pope chooses a theme and then he gathers information through surveys. In this case, he reached out to young people directly to fill out those surveys online. A document is then drafted to guide the weeks of discussion between bishops, experts, and the Pope himself. And after a synod, the Pope usually writes what's called an apostolic exhortation. It's a reflection on the results of the discussion. The last document published was Amoris Laetitia 2 years ago, The Joy of Love, that came on the heels of the Synod on the Family 3 years ago. And it has been a little bit controversial. It's been much debated because of what it said about communion for the divorced and remarried Catholics.
Okay, so like you say, the bishops will be there. What about young people? Will they actually be present at the synod?
Yes, Wyatt, young people will be participating. They've been involved in every phase of the lead up to the synod and will also be here for the synod from all over the world. While they'll be a part of the discussions with the bishops, they won't actually be able to contribute directly to the composition of the final document, which is in the bishop's hands.
Okay, like you say, Alan, we'll be covering this and watching all the results. Alan Holdren, EWTN Rome Bureau Chief. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Wyatt.